Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
I'm Dr. Sudharshan, and I'm a faculty member at the data science department here. And I've been working in this department for the past couple of years because the department is founded only last 2 years back. I'm from the industry, so I've been practicing artificial intelligence for the past 27 years. So then I founded a couple of companies as well, and then retired from my own companies and then came back to academia to share the experiences. So that is how I started my teaching at IIT since last 2 to 3 years time frame. Okay, so that is all you need to know about me. There is nothing interesting more than that. All right, so I'm not going to talk to you about any technology today because there are a lot of other people who are talking about that, right? So let us discuss about something that is relevant to you. So I need some help from you. Why are you here? What is your objective? What do you want to achieve by this? Put up your hand and share your thoughts. Anyone? Anyone? No one is interested in speaking. Great. You want to say something? Yeah? Okay. So you are testing waters. Okay. Any other thoughts? So his objective, he made it very clear. Do you have an objective? Uh-huh. Really? Okay. Okay. How different were they? New. Okay. Cool. What do you think? What's that? Say it again. What do you mean by pure science? Okay. So what's the verdict? No, no, I'm asking you, have you made the decision already? Which side? No side, huh? Oh, that's very bad, man. Don't say that. It, yeah, he is. What do you think? Why are you here? Okay, go on, I'm hearing. Hey, can you please be quiet, right? Please allow people to speak. Yeah. So what is wrong in having selfish intention? There is nothing wrong about it. Okay, finish it. Okay. Okay. And what is your conclusion so far? I mean, what do you think? I mean, do you see a difference? or do you think it is worth it? Okay. Okay, cool. And what about you? Hmm. Okay. Which part? They said many things. Which part are you aligning? Which is money is not important? That is not aligning to second part. Uh-huh. Okay. And is it different? Is it different? Really? Okay. Then you are an engineering material. Yeah. Hands-on people are usually engineers. I mean, if you are not hands-on, you are not an engineer. Let's put it that way. Hey, settle down, Ra. Please. What about you? Like what? Do you wash your clothes here at hostel? No. Yes. You do? There, washing machines are there, right? You're not doing hand washing. Hand. Okay. Okay. Good. Okay. That's an experience. Yes, that's a great experience. And is that a good one? Has it been rewarding in terms of the hardships that you had to go through? Were you able to sleep peacefully? Better. No, I'm not understanding. What do you mean previous year? What happened? Yeah, now it is getting worse now, right? He says the opposite of that. Oh, now you are used to it. Oh, yeah, it's going over you, like it's overflowing. Okay, understood. Yeah, I mean, now it's extremely hot. Why is it always happening to you three? Oh, did you not encounter a snake yet? I mean, have you not? Yeah, not yet, right? Okay, that's good news. I mean, are you on the ground floor or in the? Oh, you will not see a snake, huh? I know. Yeah, but be prepared. Don't panic. I mean, there is no episode of snakes biting students here. So they're all calm people, right? If you let them free, they will also let you free. So don't panic. I'm sorry. Try to coexist with wildlife. Yeah, that's the correct phrasing. Huh? Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. So, okay. Hey, talk to me, da, please. How many of you have decided on what you want to study next? At least an abstract idea. Let's say, at least, are you clear about whether you want to do science like these three people, or engineering, or medicine, or something else? All of you have decided, or some of you have decided? You have decided? What have you decided? See, he has a verdict already. Good for him, right? Yeah. Okay. And any other pure science takers here? Good. And what will you study in science? Biotechnology is engineering, man. Bioinformatics is not pure science. Okay, whatever you are saying is physics research. Applied on other areas. Yeah, okay. It will be. It will be. for all good reasons. What will be your take? Okay. Any reasons for why? Hmm. Okay, good for you. Okay. Any other science takers? Yes. What about your physics and astrophysics are very different topics, right? Applied to astrophysics. Okay, cool. Uh, you what else is there? Applied. Yeah, it can be both ways. That's fine. It can be both ways. See, theoretical science is even a harder bit, right? But applied science is cool. I mean, it is entertaining to a lot of people, at least. And what will be your take in where you looking at applied science or fundamental science? Engineering. Oh, you are clear now. And you too? Ah, okay. More likely you will fall that side. Okay. What about you too? Hey, you need to have some material, to think about entrepreneurship. Triple E. Electrical. Okay. Don't say it. Don't say triple E. Electrical engineering. And your take? Are you going to be together for the longest period of time? Okay. Okay. MSc. Yeah. Pure what? No, you can't go back. See, if you do your undergrad in engineering, you will not be able to go to pure science. Won't work. That's very hard. It is extremely hard to do that. So of course, physics, chemistry, all are applicable to electrical engineering, and math is also applicable to electrical engineering. But let's say if you do your fundamental research in electrical engineering, let's say your undergrad study, and your postgrad cannot be on foundational physics. That is not possible because you will not have the training to take it up. So you can probably consider applied, but the learning curve will be super steep. And if you are able to subscribe to that, sure. But it is generally a hard proposition. So if you want to focus on fundamental research, natively start from scratch on fundamental research. Competitive. True. But switching it later is hard. So factor that already. Of course, you can do some compromise there. I mean, I'm not going into pure form, but let me do pseudo engineering. Yeah, that is possible. Yes. Cool. So how many of you are taking engineering then? Have you decided on which engineering? What about your take? What is the difference between electrical and EC? What did you drop? You broke something? Okay. I did not say anything wrong. Why? Yeah, go on. Hmm. No, but you will be fearless, right? If you get into that area. But why do you say electronics and communication engineering? So because of networking? Uh, but why is electronics required for that? Fair enough. And do you have a take? You louder. Aerospace engineering. Okay, do you know what it is? Did you visit the aerospace department here? Will you be visiting? There is a department here. You should visit it. Even outside this schedule. Just go, just give a random visit. People will be glad to take you in. Say that I'm a student. Are you a student? You are a student, right? Okay. Because I'm not able to differentiate. A lot of people are sitting here. I don't know who's the faculty member, who's a student, who's the coordinator. I cannot differentiate. So tell them that I'm a school kid. I've come through this process and I'm curious about aerospace. Can you just give me an outline? I'm sure someone will help you through. Please do that outside this regular schedule. Yeah, please try that. So know what you are subscribing to before you subscribe to something. Who are the other engineering takers? You spoke already. What will be your take? Why? Okay. Chemistry is different. Chemical engineering is different. Lack of money. Oh, what does that mean? Oh, there is no money to be made in chemistry. Oh, in chemical engineering, can you make a lot of money? Sundar Pichai, but he chose a different arena to make money, right? That is not. It's not going to work. Wait. Okay, so chemical engineering or what did you say? And why electrical? See, I get this a lot from MTech students here, but getting this from higher secondary is kind of, making me feel I don't know what I'm going through. I'm sorry. What did I study? How is that relevant? Okay, so I studied multiple things. So I studied electronics and instrumentation engineering for my undergrad, and then did my masters in computer science, and then PhD in machine learning. All areas touched. Yeah, but I originally wanted to become an automobile engineer. But that course is no longer there. I think it's taken out completely. But now we have EV engineering courses, right? There is a school here which teaches that. Yeah. Okay. And electrical and chemical. Okay. Where you select? Where you opting for engineering? What are you opting for? Huh? God only knows. Okay. Which year are you in? Are you in 11th grade or 12th grade? Mixed. It's a mixed class, is it? I think now you have to decide. You cannot be uncertain in your 12th grade. I mean, you can be uncertain until your 11th grade, but at least 12th you need to have few choices. Instead of 200 choices, have 2 or 3 choices. No. That decision is too late. I mean, you should have made the decision already. So, going into engineering or going into science or going into other, dimensions of life, that decision you should have taken when you switched from 10th to 11th. You cannot do that now. Absolutely. I mean, in life, you should create choices if you don't have choices. Because if you have more than one choice, you have no reason to panic. Isn't it? So, always create choices even if you don't have. So, have 1 or 2 choices extra, more than whatever you already have. Okay. I want one more. You selected engineering? Okay. Oh, there is a beautiful course in IIT Madras. In industrial mathematics they have. There's a course that combines whatever you said, engineering and mathematics. CMI is more math focused. Here it is more applied. Yeah. It's math heavy. Computer will be used for applied. But here I think you can choose to swap it if you want to. So CMI. Balancing is your act. You have to balance it based on what courses you want to study, which direction you want to take. The choices will be in your hands. Yeah, people will not tell you how to balance. You have to learn how to balance. Yeah. Any other engineering takers? Yeah, what will be yours? Why? You want to get your hands dirty. Did I summarize it correctly? I was also like you. I'm still like you. Okay, go on. Not required. Okay, go on. Why are you scared of programming? Hey, today we don't have to be good at programming, da. See, today the situation is like no, vibe coding is dangerous as of now. It can become better later, but today it is very dangerous. Um, you don't have to be a master of programming today. You can, please wait. Let me finish. So programming is no longer a roadblock, right? So today we have necessary tools and systems which allows you to test your ideas. Vibe coding is one way of doing it. So if you have an idea, if you want to see how my idea would manifest, right? I don't have to be a programming expert to do that today. So you can describe your idea to these vibe coding agents and they will probably give you a snapshot of how it might look. So you can validate based on those outputs. So it requires you to think clearly. You don't have to implement it. So programming is no longer a choke point. So just erase the contention that you are carrying. It is no longer a roadblock. So if you start learning to use the right tools to realize your ideas or to visualize your ideas, there are a lot of tools which does not require programming. You have ready-made tools. Just start to use those tools to your advantage. So that way you will not miss out the other side. So if you say that, okay, I am scared of those, although I won't accept, I'm scared of those. So that's why I'm choosing civil engineering or mechanical engineering. Is not a great statement. You say that I am passionate about civil engineering and mechanical engineering. That's a great statement. Yeah. So you just work on the passion part. Just move away from the your contentions around programming and all. It's no longer a problem. So don't worry about it. Can I tell you a fact? Thankfully, is there anyone who's going to take AI as your undergrad study? You are switching your goalpost. But that's not your, as he says, that's not your major, right? So that can be a minor or that can be an additional extra. So no one is here choosing AI as your primary. Thank you very much. Thank you. See, I'm a believer. I believe that AI is an excellent postgraduate course or it is an excellent add-on course. But my personal opinion is it cannot be a primary course unless you study at a top university. So there are folks who study AI as their primary at IIT Madras. But if you go through the training process, you will see that most of the courses are taught like mathematics. Right? Every course is taught like mathematics. So we don't teach programming, we teach the math of programming. By the way, programming is an extension of math. Programming was invented by mathematicians for doing the calculations faster. So it is not a different subject, it's not a digression. Math and computer science are integrated, they are the same. They have different brands, different names. Okay, so if computer science is seen as an additive to my skilling, that's the great proposition. That's a wonderful proposition. I will come back. But if someone is choosing to study artificial intelligence as their primary, and if they are studying in a not so great institution, the higher likelihood is they are on self-study mode, isn't it? Because there may not be good faculty to teach the intuitions, the crux of it, the science of it, the math of it. So most of the times the students will be on their own. So if I have to do an engineering course in self-study mode, why do engineering? Do you understand? So if I get the best faculty to teach me the right essence of the study, then great. So IITs will provide that, but not everyone can get into, it's not possible for everyone to enter IIT. It's a limited number of seats. So if you are not studying at in premium institutions, it's a great decision that you are not choosing to study AI in a normal, tier 2, tier 3 institutions. Okay, great. So in fact, I'm of the opinion that, okay, before I say my opinion, is there anyone taking computer science as your undergrad study? Planning to take computer science as your undergrad study? You are going to do that? Okay, okay. And why is this pattern appearing now? See, if I had asked this question, let's say 5 years back, what is the guess of hands up? Most people, and now only 2 of 30, 40. It's come to 5%, right? Why? No, 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 no. Don't give me arbitrary answers. Give me a very pointed answer. I will not, I will ask you the question finally, but let me hear from the other people. I'm sorry, what? No, 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 no. It's not about job insecurity. No. What do you mean by scope? Why narrower scope? But people are still minting money in this space. Huh? Why can't you be the part of that lesser group? I'll come to your point. Because it's a fast changing subject. That's a curse of computer science, yes. Yeah. You believe computer science has become saturated? Man, it is changing very fast. How can you call it saturated? It is changing every hour, da. See, since I studied computer science, now I have to keep studying every day. I mean, not like how you study. We read articles, we read research papers. So we have our own style of studying and upgrading ourselves. And if I choose not to upgrade myself, I will feel like a fool in front of my students. Do you understand the feeling? Because my students will know more than me, then I'll feel very bad, and it's not also fair. So I have to be in a race with my students, and that's part and parcel of computing. Yeah. So it is not a saturated field, it's an unstable field. You understand? It's a big difference between this and that. Yeah. So some people enjoy it. I enjoy keeping myself updated. I enjoy reading every day, right? I enjoy. Some people don't enjoy. That's the difference. I will not answer this question directly, but I'll ask a different question. Okay. Let's say what is your favorite profession? What do you like to do? I mean, which you are already doing. What do you like to do? Ah, no, hobbies will not match up to what I'm trying to build as a story. Okay, I will choose an example myself. Let's say there is a surgeon, okay, and the surgeon says, I have my best degree from the best institute in the world, but I don't know how to hold a scalpel. How does that sound? Huh? Ridiculous, right? That's exactly how your statement sounded. I'm not telling you. No, no, don't laugh. He represented all of us, right? He said what we wanted to say. You are brave, man. You said it loud. Thanks to you. I also had that feeling at some point in my time, right? In my life, at some point in my life, I had the same question, but I did not dare to ask that question. So don't laugh. If someone is opening up, encourage them, or at least you can also start speaking up. Okay. So if there is a computer science engineer who claims I have the best degree but I hate coding, it is exactly same as a surgeon who says I don't know how to hold a scalpel. It is ridiculous. And people are shameless in saying that loud today. Really, there are a lot of computer dash engineers who say that they hate programming. They say it with pride. I only laugh at them. What can we do about it? But I won't laugh at them in front of them like that. You cannot say that if you cannot say someone as an idiot when they are idiotic, right? You cannot say that. Shouldn't say that. So you understand the idea, yeah? So if you are a computer engineer, man, your communication style is programming, You want the work to be done by machines, right? And machines understand only programming. So you have to learn how to communicate to the machine. So without programming, you cannot qualify to be an engineer, computer engineer. Okay, going back to the original point. Today, the number of takers have become less than 5%. And the reason, we were trying to summarize the reason, and you gave a few reasons. And the real reason is the following. You don't feel the need. Do you understand? So then you will miss out what I'm trying to convey, right? So please. So there was a need 5 years back. Let's say I have an idea and I wanted to test my idea. So I want to run my idea in a computer. So I have to learn programming and then run that through as a program and then execute the experiment and get done with it. Today, I don't have to do any of those things. I tell an agent, hey, can you write this program which will do this job? And 9 out of 10 times it is actually getting me the right code. Today, I don't know how to verify it, right? You people will not know how to verify it, but people like us will know, we know how to verify it. When we verify it, we find 9 out of 10 times it is right. So which means you have a 90% chance of evaluating your ideas without even knowing programming. And this exercise has been happening for the past 1 or 2 years already. So what is the motivation to study this computer science as a 4 years program? Why should I give 4 years of my life to a skill which is available to me for cheap or for no price? Do you understand the question? Do you understand? You get it or not? Yeah? So this is the reason why the demand for computer education has fallen down. But let me ask you a counter question. Now, we are all happy being a customer of this product or system or service or agents, right? We are all happily becoming the customer of these agents. But there is a need for someone to go and sit and code those agents also, right? Do you understand? There is a need. So the game has slightly changed. So computer education, being a mass education style since last several years, is slowly becoming a niche education style. So people with real passion in this engineering, computer engineering, and if they get the degree in a top institution, they will be seen as really niche engineers. They will be super highly paid, but less number of people. So it is no longer mass education. It used to be a mass education, right? All your seniors in the school would have gotten educated computer science, and we see that the number of intake in an university, 90% of the intake is for computer engineering, and that trend will change. You will see that in your life. The next 3 to 5 years time frame, the intake proportion of computer engineers will take a nosedive. You are showing that here, right? I mean, only 5% of you have chosen to study that. So my friends, you ensure that you become that niche engineer. Yeah? And when you choose to become, or when you skill yourself to become niche engineer, you can both be passionate about it, you can also make a lot of money around it, and you will become very important to the society because you are the sole producer for all these consumers. You understand? In some sense, you too will control the rest of us if you choose to become that. That's an amazing opportunity. You understand? So if you choose to become a computer engineer, please ensure you become a niche one, a really cool one, a very, very talented one. Don't be a mediocre. I'm sure you will all try to become far superior than a mediocre person. A computer engineer cannot afford to be a mediocre engineer anymore because the space has changed. And the good side effect of that, the beautiful side effect of computer science becoming a niche area is students will start focusing on other areas of sciences and engineering and medicine and all the other fields, which is a welcome change. Because there were no takers for science, man, all these years. See, when I studied engineering, engineering was going up. So I studied my engineering before you were born. When were you born? 2009. Wow, okay. Okay. So I studied 10 years before you were born. When I studied engineering, engineering was coming up. It was not mass education style, but it was just coming up, right? So we used to say in a funny style, there will be one engineer in a village. Before my time, it was one engineer in a village. In my time, it was one engineer in my neighborhood. In a locality. Then after, let's say, early 2000, it was one engineer in a street. And when you are born, one engineer in a family. Now everybody is an engineer family. And nobody cares. There is zero respect. So engineering has become like school education today. Is that a fair statement? So when you choose to become an engineer, don't become a 10+1 category. Become a premium one. Yeah, so choose something which is close to your heart, that serves your curiosity, that makes you stay passionate forever. Do you understand? So follow your heart when it comes to engineering. Don't listen to people who tells you that do this, you will do well, do that, you will do well. No. Choose an education, choose a training program that you believe in so strongly. Whatever you believe in, you will do very well in that. There are ways to become much better in that. Okay? So very cool, very cool. So people or students of your age have started to look at other opportunities. So I'm very glad to hear that there are students here wanting to focus on astrophysics. 10 years back, astrophysics is a term was not known to a lot of people. Now why are you thinking about it? Because you want to be different. You want to do something which others have not done, which is amazing. Yeah, this is a good change. It's a very good side effect of engineering overshadowing everything, right? It's opposite of engineering overshadowing everything, which is very good. It's a welcome change. It's a very, very good welcome change. Okay, how much time do I have? Or we are done already? No, we have time. I'm sorry? We are based on the original schedule. So where will you go and have your lunch? Where? Oh, you'll walk? Oh, you have cycles also here? They have given you cycles or you brought your cycle? Oh, interesting. Very interesting. How will you go, man? That's unfortunate enough. Okay, fair enough. All right. So, questions. What questions do you have? Yeah, go on. No, see, the course is just a wrapper. What you are supposed to focus is the training that you are undergoing, the training that you will undergo, right? The training that you will undergo can happen in multiple flavors. You can do it in self-study mode, you can do it in guided study mode, you can do it as a coursework, you can do it as a certificate. There are a lot of ways. I call them wrappers. Focus on the core objective. Objective is I need to train myself in this new skill. So AI, computer science and all these things can be learnt as an extra skill if you spend some extra time on it, that's all. And if you want to go to the depth of it, let's say in self-study you can only do so much because you don't have guidance, right? But if you want to also understand the depths of it, then it is best you have a teacher. It is best you have a teacher, and this teacher can be over video lectures, can be over online classes, can be in a brick and mortar setup, it can be a degree program. That's up to your convenience. I said convenience. Your call. I said convenience. Whatever you can pack in your time schedule, do it. But focus on the training. Focus on the value proposition through that extra effort that you put in. If you focus on that, you will do well. Don't get distracted by all these wrappers. They are just to distract you. So don't distract yourself through them. Just focus on what are you going to get out of that exercise. If you focus on that, you will do well. Yeah. Any other questions? Yeah. Okay. Not really happening that way. Okay. Because not many people studied quantum mechanics 20 years back. I don't know that. I don't know that part. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Sure. See, the problem is the definition of future. See, in my time, future is 10 years, 20 years. Today, future is 6 months, 1 year. Time dilation is happening now, right? The future time frame, which was like 10 to 20 years, has shrunk to 1 to 2 years time frame because things are changing so fast. So if you plan something for 10 years down the line, you have no idea what you are doing. So I would say don't plan for 5 years, don't plan for 10 years. Plan for 1 and 2 years max. Don't do anything beyond that. If you are thinking about career path, right? But in terms of education, the only decision you will have to make is in less than a year you have to make this decision, right? That is fine, which is within the 1 to 2 years time frame. So choose a subject that gives you the confidence to do anything. I framed it very abstractly on purpose, right? So choose a subject that gives you the confidence to do anything. I mean, how do you tangibly understand this? So let's say I am passionate about getting my hands dirty. So what should I do? So take a training that allows you to get your hands dirty, right? Core engineering, they call it core engineering. So mechanical, civil and all are called core engineering, and there is another group called circuit groups. In circuits, so electrical, electronics are all called circuit groups, and there is this IT group, right? You have computer science, IT, software engineering, AI are all IT groups. So find out, if you choose engineering, find out which one will keep feeding to your curiosities, right? Will keep feeding to your passion, whatever that makes you happy. So choose the path that will make you happy. So the way to find out which will make you happy is to test waters. So in IIT, there is one beautiful idea. So when you choose to register for a course, they give you 1 month time to decide inside the semester. So the semester is only for 3 months. In that 1 month time is given to you to try different subjects, and you can drop it if you don't like it, or if it is too much, you can drop it. Such an arrangement is inside IIT campuses. I think a lot of these choices are given in other universities also. They call it choice based credit system. So you can choose what you want to study. So you can test waters and see whether this subject is striking a chord or whether I like this subject. Give it a shot. If it is not working out, drop it and move on. That is possible in many scenarios. But the caveat here is, if you are making these choices at a higher level of abstraction, let's say engineering versus medicine, that's a hard decision. I mean, I'm passionate about getting my medical degree, but it's not working out for me. Okay, I tried for 1 year, it is not working out, so let me switch back to engineering. That's a very costly change because it hurts you financially, emotionally, a lot of problems are there. But those decisions are hard, but within a core area, making the choice is relatively easy. You have those choices, explore them. So you need to find out what excites you, what keeps you interested, what feeds to your passion. That you need to test. See, I cannot tell you what will excite you, only you will know what excites you. So be open to ideas, try different configurations, and choose the one that works out better for you. I mean, the previous lecture, Surya was talking about exploration, exploitation, right? So I'm saying explore options, and when you figure out what is feeding you nicely, exploit those options. Yeah. So that's the general strategy you can apply. Yeah. Any other questions? Yeah. There is nothing like that. Any skill is good skill, but it's in your hand of how you are going to convert this skill into some tangible benefits, right? So let's say, let me reframe your question. So what are the courses which will not get me a high paying job? That's a question I can answer. I mean, I just reframed your question in a slightly different style. There is no course which is total waste of time. Every course is going to add some value in your life. So I cannot answer this question directly, but if you attach it with some rewards, then we can answer it on a case by case basis. So there are a lot of courses which don't pay you well, right? And there are few courses which pays you crazy. End of the day, will money make you happy all the time? That is a philosophical question you need to also find an answer. Initially, it will give you all the goosebumps and excitement and all those things. After some time, it will become a burden. It will definitely become a burden. So for instance, let's say if you take a job in electronics, let's say, and that will not pay you a lakh and change as your monthly salary, no way. But if you take an AI job today, that will easily pay you a couple of lakhs a month. But will it pay you forever? No. See, if someone is investing heavily on you, if someone is paying you a lot of money, which means they are also extracting a lot of value from you. They are basically eating you in some sense. Will you be able to serve them for the longest period of time? It will be very hard, right? Be mindful of that. So employment is a transaction. You getting employed or you employing somebody is a transaction. So someone is selling their skills, someone is buying the skills. Someone is selling their time, someone is buying the time. Remember that it is transactional. There is nothing, no emotions there. It's transactional. So if someone is willing to pay you multiple lakhs per month, what is the meaning of it? Which means they are probably generating 10 times the value from your time and your labor and your skills. Do you understand? So if you have the ability to generate value, sure, sell your time for premium price. But they are going to take a pound of your flesh also, because they'll expect you to work for 27 hours every day. Did you understand what I said? You understood the connotation, right? So they'll expect you to give your life to them. Only for that they are paying you the premium. Remember that. Do you understand? So it is okay to be in that grill for some time. It is okay. You can experience that for some time. Let's say a couple of years. You can experience letting go your life, only focusing on the work and the money that you make. But you cannot sustain it for longer periods, because it will be very demanding on your health, your physical health, your mental health, your personal life, all gone for a toss. But experiencing it for a shorter time frame is okay, it's welcome. I never had the guts to experience that. I said it will not work out for me, so I'll never get in there. So I never experienced that in my life. But I know the rewards and penalties of such configurations. Do you understand? Yeah. So choose things that is rewarding, depending on whatever is rewarding to you. Yeah. I think I can take one last question. Okay. Okay. I'll come to you. Yeah. What is your question? No, government does not differentiate the industry type when it comes to startups. The policy is kind of universal across all domains. So the welcoming part is not in the hands of the government. The welcoming part is in the hands of your customers. Right? Whatever is useful to the customer is where you should be. So there is one term, remember this term, is this term called product market fit. There's a term called product market fit, right? So there are a lot of companies that get founded every year, lot of companies, because it only takes a lakh to start a company in India. Only 1 lakh. If you have 1 lakh, you can start a company. But how many companies are surviving after 2 years? A lot of them are dying out. Why? And if you analyze the reason for the failure, most of the companies failed because they did not have a product market fit. I'll tell you what product market fit means. Let's say I am a technically very passionate person. I know how to solve problems and I think I have the best solution for some problem. And I have solved it also. This is the mindset of an entrepreneur. Right? This will be the mindset of an entrepreneur. Typically, most IITians will have that mindset. They are extremely good at something and they probably have found a best solution for some problem which they believe to be monetizable. And they create a startup on that. And what will happen is they will find from the market testing that the market is not ready for that product. So when you have a beautiful product and when the market is not ready for the product, it is a recipe for your company going broke. Where will you sell it? Do you understand? The opposite side of this is also true. So there is an immense need for some solution from the customers or from the general population, but you don't have a product to serve it. You have other ideas, but you don't have a product that actually serves the purpose of or serves the need of a customer. That is also another recipe for failure. That's an obvious recipe for failure, right? I mean, I don't have the solution that you want, so I cannot sell you anything. So end of the day, the investments that I make in the company goes waste. So every startup founder or any person with entrepreneur mindset should always start a line of business only when they foresee a product market fit. Don't enter that space when you don't see this product market fit. Do you understand? Did I answer your question? Yeah, your last question. Sure. Ah. Okay, so let's say if you have 3 ideas to pursue and you're not sure which one is the best, right? I would suggest give the same attention to all 3 ideas. Give more time. So if you spend 2 hours per idea and if you have 3 ideas, man, give 6 hours to all the 3 ideas together and then explore it and see what can be benefited out of that. And in the process of stretching yourself, you will figure out, okay, this is not worth that much. You will eventually figure it out. Okay, so there are only 2 ways of acquiring knowledge, right? Only 2 ways. One is you get your hands dirty, put your hand into fire and get the experience, like first person experience we call it. The other thing is you listen to people who have experienced the same story, right? So the third use case is I don't trust the second person either, right? That will be a problem, but you need to make up your mind saying whether I should experience this myself firsthand to make a decision, or I trust someone who has experienced this in their life and then based on their inputs I take my decision. Only 2 choices. If you agree to this agreement, then your life will be peaceful. If you don't agree and if you extend it further, God only save you. See, I had always been passionate about getting my hands dirty, so I would have definitely chosen engineering, and I would have not chosen IT or AI. I would have chosen electronics because electronics is my passion. That's why I studied several years back electronics. I would have done the same thing, and I would have studied computing and AI as auxiliaries, because without that you cannot survive today. So you need to be educated on that, but not as a primary, but as auxiliary or minors. That would have been my choice. Yeah. Can we close? Are we done? Okay. Thank you very much for your time and attention, and I hope you learned something today. Thank you.